I am going to detach from that situation so that I am not ailed from it going forward. And I can extract what I need from it, bro. I don't have to be a slave to my fucking memories.
Yeah.
That's what personal development really shows you, is that you don't have to be a slave to who you were in the past or what you've done or what you've believed in the past. You can change from it.
Yeah.
You can grow through it.
Yeah. Life is about evolution, bro.
Yes.
You keep evolving. You're not even who you were yesterday,
Bro.
because you gain new experiences, a new perspective from those experiences.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. Like, even when you are on this journey, like you said, you don't have to be who you were. I feel like a lot of people, for me, I had a tough time accepting the fact that, like, you know, the trauma or whatever that happened in the past, it can't be changed.
Yeah.
It's done. It happened and it's done. You have to really accept that.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, and that was something I was struggling with. That's like, I kept trying to find a way to maybe like change what happened in my own past or the traumas that I experienced, or maybe even caused into other people.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had to really be like, damn, like, I can't do nothing about that. Me trying to fix the past is me wasting my present energy on something that I cannot fix.
Mm-hmm.
So now my present moment's fucked up. And that's going to cause my future to be fucked up, because the present moment is all you have. So just accepting the fact that, like, the past is the past. It's done. You can't do nothing about it. All you have is now.
Yeah. Grudges, regret, just a couple of the different feelings that people have that keep them in the past.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think, like, on the map of, like, consciousness, it said, like, regret is like, no, guilt is like the lowest.
The lowest, bro.
Yeah, the lowest frequency a human can reach.
Bro, and it makes sense. When you feel regret or guilt about something, you feel low. It's a low feeling. You're like, oh man, I don't feel too good. I just did this to this person. I really regret it. Or I feel really guilty about it. Yeah, it's a low fucking vibration. And if you adhere to those feelings, you will stay in the past. You will begin to always use your present moment to look at the past and try to say something could have been different. But like you said, bro, that situation is forever moving that way. Your new present moment, if it's used on that, it's not that same situation. It's a copy of it in your mind that you're placing in this present moment.
Yeah.
When you should be using it for new situations.
Yeah, literally. And that's how you get stuck in that cycle.
That loop, bro.
Yeah, that loop.
Different loops in life. That is a loop in life that you don't want to get stuck in.
Yeah.
Being stuck in the past. You know what I'm saying? I watched this movie. You remember it was called The Robersons or something like that?
Yeah.
Bro, it was like futuristic.
Yeah.
And they had like time traveling. Like, whenever I think about kind of that dynamic of letting go of your past and getting into the present moment and getting into the future, this might be like some childish shit, bro. But I think about how, like, that they were traveling from the future to the past to try and change the future, and their present moment was actually them going back into the past. And I was just like, I don't know. When I look at the dynamic of doing that, I kind of picture it like that, just to make it fun for myself. Like, I got a little time machine. You know what I'm saying? I use my time machine, but honestly, shadow work hasn't been something that's been on my mind lately, because I don't feel ailed by or at the mercy of the things that I did in the past. I've stepped into a lot of work that was shadow work and gotten new understanding from situations I've had in my past and gathered the tools from those situations. It's not to say that more doesn't need to be done, of course, but like, it's not forefront of my mind. And that's just 3 years. I would say 3 years in the serious personal development, but about 3 years.
Yeah. And you see how much, like, same for me, bro. I started this journey 2022, it's 2025, so probably 3.5 years. But
You started at the beginning of the year. I started at the end of the year.
yeah. So like the amount of growth that you can achieve in 3 fucking years.
Bro, we're 23, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It literally feels like it's a quote, it's like every man has 2 lives and the second one starts when he realizes that he only has one.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I started this journey to self-enlightenment, bro, I feel like that's really when my second life started. Like who I was back then, that shit literally feels like a fucking dream. Like that shit don't even feel like, it literally feels like I entered a new universe, if that makes sense. But like the amount of growth that I have achieved in 3 years is so crazy. And that's what makes me so excited about my own future, is this that, bro, like imagine 3 decades, 4 decades, 5 decades, 6 decades, 7 decades of just continuing to stay on this journey. And that's something I thought about too. Maybe a little bit off topic, but I was meditating on this a couple nights ago, and like I look at life as like, it's not a line, but like kind of like a railroad track, right? Mm-hmm. And this shit can go. So when you trying to progress, bro, in life, bro, it's gonna be some setbacks. You go straight, then you gonna get set back, then you might dip, then you go straight again. You know, they say you take 1 step forward, you take 2 steps back just to take another step forward. Mm-hmm. So you doing all of this, going straight, going back, going up, going down. But the most important part is to stay on the track.
Yeah.
You may get knocked off track for a little bit, but always get back on track. So that's what I'm realizing, that like, okay, I've been in self-improvement for this journey of self-enlightenment, that's what I call it, for 3 years, 3.5 years. I have so much more life ahead of me than behind me. The main mission is for me to just stay on track. Mm-hmm. And that should be for everybody too. Just stay on track, bro. You may get knocked off. You may get set back. Shit, you may be going up. Stay on fucking track, because you can't be too high on the highs. You can't be too low on the lows either. Yeah. So just making sure you stay on track, because, and I heard this quote too. It was like, discipline is about rhythm and not intensity. And really, I didn't understand that quote when I first heard it. I'm like, oh, I guess whatever. But that's so true, bro, because like every day, it's like your heart has a certain rhythm it beats at every single day. So like just being disciplined every day, that rhythm that builds that compound interest. So, and it's really not about intensity. When you too intense, nigga, you burn out. Like Nipsey say, it's a marathon, bro. This shit ain't no sprint.
Like you might hear the gun go off and you might start sprinting, bro. And you fucking up.
Literally.
You see that person in the back, they started off way slower, but they gonna finish faster than all of y'all, because y'all gonna be burnt out.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? And I love what you just said, bro. You have all of these you got to be smart about it. Like,
yeah.
Know that you can look at another person, bro, and you can begin comparing. You can begin saying, hey, they're my same age, but they're going faster and farther. But you have to run your race in life as well. And personal development definitely helps with that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You begin to, get a visual of, the goal is let's say 10 miles. We're going to use a running analogy. The goal is 10 miles. And you want to pace yourself so that you can make it that full 10 miles. You don't want to burn yourself out and then start walking, and then burn yourself out again and then start walking, and then burn yourself out again and then start walking. So it's another thing about it is that once you go on the journey of personal development and you've acquired the habits and you've acquired the mindset and you've acquired a good amount of tools, it's like you just have to be yourself. You have to continue being yourself, and you will continue staying on the track.
Yeah.
What I've learned is that myself is on the track. Me being myself is on the track. Me being not myself is not on the track. So all I have to do is continue being myself.
Yeah.
Because I've cultivated the environment, the behaviors, the character that perpetuates personal development. I look for it on a daily basis. I want to grow daily. I look at myself in the mirror and say, we're going to do better today.